got the locker connected, wired up, heard the first click. We're about to head out and do some off-roading with the adventures of Rusty and Crusty. There's Crusty, she's Rusty. So I'm gonna get some drone footage and do some footage of the trail. Crusty's scraping a little bit, I think.
The rear tire stuffing up into the bed and rubbing.
There she goes.
Like a cross support under the bed. Which has been fixed.
Oh, so you did do something about it?
Yeah, I trimmed it a little bit. Now if I need to trim any more, I'll have to actually like cut part of the wheel well out.
Yeah. So at this point, I had put in the locker and done the wiring, and was not really sure how to engage it correctly. So you're gonna see some Dunce hat stuff right here coming up. Also, my lines weren't super great.
It looks kind of gnarly from this angle though.
It does, but this is the easier route. So if you look to your right side, and when you look at the end of the video, you'll see we come down a section that is a lot more gnarly.
Yeah, you could probably call this the bypass from the.
Yeah, this is the easier of the two, which is great. What's great about this trail is there's typically an easier route around something. Soon you'll hear my beautiful wife giving me some advice slash shit.
Picked like the worst way up.
So I'll also say this is, I believe, the first trail since I put the tires, rims, and rear axle on.
Yeah, this is full transformation.
That rock
Yeah.
give you a hard time?
And now, in future videos, you will see I've gotten
Let's see how Jason does this.
smarter.
See if
I've
he's
been
smart
wise-
enough
I'm wiser
to
with
avoid
age.
this rock.
Jason learned from my mistakes.
Yes, very much so.
You should have a counter for how many times I poked my head out of the window.
It's funny that you say that. Gina said that you do that literally constantly.
It's tricky to know where all the corners of the truck are without having at least one tire like exactly in line of sight.
Well, when you have
Yeah, with that wider vehicle. Alright, so explain what type of locker you have in this scene, because I didn't really understand it
So
immediately.
Crusty has like a factory GM. It's called the G80 locker. It's basically like a limited slip. And when it detects when it detects a wheel speed differential of 100 RPMs, it'll effectively lock the axle like a regular locker, and then it releases after a certain speed is met, like a certain speed of deceleration happens. And you can kind of see it right there, spinning on one side, and then both sides kind of kick up a little bit of dirt, and then it starts to move. So it's
It's super cool when it works.
It's
Um,
tricky to make it work though.
but it's like, yeah, and I think you're learning it a little bit too. This is where we started to learn how, or when you start to learn how it
Yeah.
works.
It's really made for like snow and mud and like high wheel speed kind of things. It's not good for crawling and creeping. So it's gonna have to go.
So Gina
Please
was
be
being
careful.
overdramatic in this.
You have my son in your car. Just
I do
hope
sometimes
the
forget
brakes
that the wee
work.
baby is on board.
Yeah, but this was, especially now after doing some of our other trails, this looks so simple.
Yeah. I think we've driven past people's driveways that were worse than this.
Yeah. And then this is where I started to get a little cocky.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is he doing? Oh, he's trying
I was really just coming back to pick up Gina. But I was super stoked on the locker. You hear about how much they actually do. And
Show off. Like the precious cargo out. And now we are
all right, so out of all of
testing
the
this.
hill climbs in this section, I think this is the hardest one. Wouldn't you agree, Jason?
I only did this one and the one to the right, but it was definitely the harder of those two.
The one on the left was, I think, actually the
nothing.
easiest.
Definitely.
It's the
Looks
steepest,
pretty
but
easy.
there wasn't any undulations or anything.
Problem.
So this is where we need to put a disclaimer in that some of these clips are out of order for the trail. So this is pretty early on in the trail, but hopefully we're going to try to find all of the GPS coordinates for these and put them in the description below. And that way you can kind of see where each portion is.
Yeah, so this is the beginning. I think your locker is
Still not engaged. Oh, also look at how full my tires are.
You have like 1-2 inches of contact on the corner when you're going up there.
Yeah. I had just gotten those tires mounted the day before and did not adjust them at all from mounting. The things you learn as you start wheeling.
Yeah, airing down I think is probably one of the best things you can do to improve it. Especially because it costs nothing.
I love that Jason comes out and wheels with us because it's getting to show how a full-size truck will be able to handle these trails versus kind of my vehicle that is much smaller.
Yeah, off-roading's not just for Jeeps and 4Runners. You can be reckless with a big
Definitely
truck.
not. Definitely not.
Easy as pie.
So a little bit of background. I had come out here with my old 4Runner, or sorry, old Tacoma, and could not make it up these, any of them, and I did not have a locker at all. It was both open front and rear diff. And so this actually kind of scared me going both up and down it. So I was playing it kind of safe through this video, doing both.
Stay right there. Hey, you're okay. You're okay. Okay, hold on.
All right, well,
So both, in, at least the time that we went up these, both far left and far right had a lot less undulations and like potholes, or not potholes, but like
Whoa.
what's the right word?
kind of like moguls, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that go through them. So
It's Crusty.
they're
Going up the big
a
hill.
bit easier to get up.
Come on, can you do it? You can do it.
See, this is where you
Uh,
can
Yeah,
really see
this
where
is where
the G80 like
You want to come with
comes
me?
to life when you 3 seconds after you needed it to come to life. I think that took me 3 attempts to get up this one.
Yeah, and this is where you kind of learned it.
Yeah, this
Because
is where I figured out like the wheel speed you
you
need.
need more speed.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Having a little trouble.
So it's also worth noting that Jason has also done a come and swap in this truck, and also I guess with it, a transmission swap,
Yeah,
manual transmission swap. So learning how both of those things work with the truck has been fun to see.
I don't even think in low gear, low range, I can get enough wheel speed to even activate.
No, you don't have the RPMs. Yeah, you don't have the RPMs to even activate it.
Yeah, just the driver's side.
Yeah, so
speed.
I bet you had it, if you had it in first, I think you would have been good.
Yeah, in first it'll do it, but if I have it in low, granny low, it doesn't. And here you can see the passenger tire poof some smoke and it starts
Nice.
going right there. And then at the top is a huge like drop into like a concrete
There we go.
foundation from an old mine that you could easily break something on.
Yep.
So if you are coming down the hill climb, do not go to the left, because it is a bunch of bumpy, nothing fun. We're heading back up. We went down for a while, we're heading back up now. We're just gonna turn around and head back down the way we came, because that's all the fun stuff. There's a cool little stream we passed here in just a second though.
Yeah, so we went down this road for a little bit. I would not suggest it.
Right here.
It was really just rough and bouncy and not really that exciting.
The only reason I put it in this video is to show you how
The stream.
brutal it actually was.
Probably didn't help that you had like 50 psi in your tires either.
Oh my god.
It definitely didn't, because I think the next trail we did was, I'm not sure it was this bad, but it was close, and it didn't feel as bad.
And this is definitely gonna make someone
So
sick.
this is us leaving, and the This is the POV from the left side. Jason didn't want to have anything to do with it.
Oh, there's that foundation.
Yeah. Dude, I actually never saw it. Okay, so this is where Gina was trying to kill us. This is actually when I was saying we went up that right side and was coming back down the left side. This is that left side. I would say this is one of the gnarlier sections of this trail.
Oh yeah, I think if you were to go up this, it would definitely be the most difficult part.
Straight. Keep going straight. Okay, you're gonna come up to a big rock. It's gonna drop on your front tire. Now turn this way. There we go. Oh, damn.
When Chelsea was in the passenger seat of the truck and saw your back tires go way off the ground, she just goes, "The baby!" It was hilarious.
You're smart for not listening.
So keep coming straight down this way. Come this way. Turn. Keep turning. Here you go.
Still, when I was out of the car, it still scared the crap out of me seeing this.
Turn,
And then
turn.
the back tire's
Yep.
like 4 feet off the ground.
You're dropping.
But that's what you can expect, taking a full-size truck down that.
Yeah. Trying to put a full-size truck through a Jeep-sized hole.
Yeah. This is just a cool spot to kind of test all your suspension. I definitely have some rubbing spots that I have and will be taking care of as I go to different trails. For folks in Denver, this is definitely one of the more fun trails. It's within 45 minutes to an hour.
More playing around at the hill climb.
Yeah, so like I said, this is not in order. And that was I think my first time coming down that, or no, maybe it was my second time coming down it.
That's all right, Zeke.
Oh, that was your first time coming down this for sure.
Yeah.
honestly been quite impressed with the how well the truck does.
Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised.
Well, thanks for watching. Thanks, Jason, for helping with the commentary. And like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.